All right, so hello everyone again. The day has finally come and I'm glad to announce the opening of the third run of RS Lithuania. I'm actually happy to see this many eager to learn faces here today. I'm also interested in where you heard about this course from. So if you don't mind, could you type that in the chat, please? I will read it after the presentation. Yeah, so thanks for that. If you do. Let me introduce myself. My name is Gerimantas. I'm a senior software engineer at EPAM Lithuania, and I'm also the coordinator for this run. So if you have any questions regarding the course, the structure, the tasks, you should address them to me, and I'll be happy to help you out the best I can. So without further ado, let me introduce you all to the course. This is our agenda for today. We will talk briefly about the Rolling Scope School, then check the upcoming schedule for this run. And I'm also going to give you a deeper explanation on how to start the first task. All right, let's move on. So what exactly is the Rolling Scope School to everyone who's new here? Well, first of all, it's a huge community of like-minded people such as yourselves, and you are actually now part of that community. A community of mentors and students striving to provide free education for all. It's also a pretty old and developed community as well. It started in 2013, although here in Lithuania and Latvia, since we have a joint community, we are still relatively new. This is the third run, and we started a little more than a year ago. The Rolling Scopes is spreading pretty widely, though. We have courses for Poland, Turkey, Belarus, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Montenegro, I think, and probably a few other locations I'm not aware of. But anyway, we're a global and diverse community, so that's all that matters. We also have an official page dedicated to the Lithuanian and Latvian course. You can get a more detailed description of the course there, but most of the information will be posted in the Discord channel. So make sure to join the Discord channel because from now on, all communication will be held there. I will post a link to the Discord channel in the Teams chat after the presentation, but you can also find it in the link you see here on the screen. Now, a few facts about the upcoming program. It should take you no more than 7 months to complete. You will be able to complete it earlier, but if you look at the deadlines, the course duration is 7 months to be approximate. You will receive a personal mentor from stage 2 of the course, which will happen around 2 months when you complete all of the stage 1 tasks and the first interview. More about the stages later. You will also receive access to our Discord channel, which again is filled with like-minded people like yourselves. You can discuss solutions, ask questions, or just simply hang out because it's a fun community. Oh, and one more thing, and I actually want to stress this out, so please pay attention. This run is only intended for people living in either Lithuania or Latvia, and of course, people who have working permits there. If you're not eligible, there's a global run that starts on September 20th, and it's open for all people without like any other rules. You can find more details on that run on the global Rolling Scopes webpage. Other than that, there's no previous programming knowledge needed, although it's strongly recommended, as it is quite an intense course and people without any previous knowledge tend to struggle to deal with the deadlines. Although I suppose it depends on your willingness to learn and available free time. So just to reiterate, the program is heavily focused on front-end development and related technologies. No previous experience is needed as the course doesn't dive deep into these topics and is more of a beginner or intermediate level, if you will. The topic of front-end development is a huge one, so don't expect to learn programming it in a month, as that is simply not possible, to my mind at least. You will have 7 months, and I believe that you are actually learning the bare minimum to provide any tangible skills in the workforce, because the competition is fierce today. But after you are done, you will be able to call yourself a junior front-end developer. So for the technologies you will be learning, the basic bread and butter, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then you will also familiarize yourselves with topics such as TypeScript, NPM, Webpack, and basic project management like Agile, Scrum, and so on. Also, this run, you will be able to choose your framework. We either have Angular or React, but you don't need to choose it now. We can do it later, like after stage 2 even. So it's still 4 months to decide. We will also look at all of the topics in more detail a little bit later in the presentation. So what are the benefits that Rolling Scopes provides? First of all, our courses are free and open to all. Well, of course, except for the restriction of Lithuanian and Latvian residents only. But again, if you want to participate and are not from these countries, you can easily join the global run, which starts in 8 days. So that's no problem. We don't ask for your money. We don't have pre-screening interviews or such. And one more thing, that everything is fully remote. So that means no documents to sign, no offices to visit, everything's online, and that's just great. Also, all lectures are available in video format. You can study them at your own convenience. So even if you are studying and working at the same time, you can still plan your time to study for our course as well. It is not easy, again, but it's doable. There were plenty of students who successfully finished our courses before you. Also, constantly improving materials and curriculum. We have tried various formats to present the materials, and this run we will be trying to utilize public materials as well as our own. We listened to the feedback of our students, and the problem with the previous run was lack of quality in some of the videos we provided, because most of them were recorded live. So yeah, I do understand that there might be some quality issues there. We will exchange them with vetted public ones and just see how that goes. This community is a constant work in progress. I mean, it's open source, and your feedback or suggestions have a lot of power here. And we will also provide you with practical home tasks, some more challenging than the others, but all of them are pretty interesting. And as I mentioned before, you will receive a personal mentor from stage 2. And again, more on that later. Some more things we provide are mock technical interviews. After each stage, you will have to pass a sort of technical interview, which hopefully will prepare you for the real technical interviews that await you in the future. You can also hop out of these courses at any time, join other courses we have in parallel, or rejoin us the next one. There is no limit to how many times you can participate in this program. So you will be a freshly cooked front-end engineer with a framework of your choice. You will also receive a new certificate to prove that. And for the very best talents, there will be an opportunity to get hired by EPAM. Although I have to stress this out, that is not guaranteed, as it really depends on the market situation at the time of your graduation and many other small factors. I mean, the market currently is pretty wild. So yeah, no guarantees. This is the certificate you will be getting. I think it's quite awesome looking. It should be the same. I mean, the design is not going to change, only that there will be your name and an actual link to the digital version of the certificate. And some statistics from the previous run, if anyone's interested. We really value our students' opinion. That's why we poll them frequently during the run. So this is just a general recommendation of the course. Yeah, so this was one of our problems that we will be trying to fix this run. As we can see, not everyone was fully satisfied with the lecture videos. That's why we're gonna try and change them. This is the declaration of, I don't know, happiness for the home tasks provided. So it's not perfect as well, but we are still trying to change that. But a lot of people liked them as well. I mean, 8 to 10 is not that bad. And this is the complexity for the home tasks. 5 is just right, 1 is too easy, and 10 is too hard. So yeah, as you can see, the tasks are not that easy, but they are doable because, yeah, most of the people think that it's just right. Some of them think that it's a bit hard, but nothing too crazy. And the last thing is the pay it forward principle. According to this principle, Students study at our school for free, but we request that they return as mentors to pass on their knowledge to the future generations. And actually, we have a few mentors that have already graduated Rolling Scopes and are like helping us out being mentors. So there's a high chance that you will meet them as well. And that is actually it. This is a QR code for the first task, but don't worry if you cannot scan it right now because the link is going to be shared in the scheduler. So yeah, don't worry. And actually, that's the end of the presentation. I will now unmute you. If you guys have any questions, let me just unmute you guys. Wait. All right, so I have now unmuted you guys if you want to ask something. So just go ahead, unmute yourself and ask your questions, if there are any.
Hi, I wanted to reach out and say thanks so much for offering this course for free. Really looking forward to getting started. I just wanted to circle back to something you mentioned earlier. You said that the market for front-end development is pretty wild. Can you expand upon that just in terms of job outlook and so on?
Well, to my mind, currently the market is a bit like, at least in Lithuania, I'm not sure like the global situation is, but I have seen a few job posts for junior positions, and the situation is pretty bad because no one wants to hire juniors at this moment. Because lots of layoffs and people require highly skilled workers and they don't want to grow juniors, but this might change in the future. And I'm by no means an expert on the market situation. I'm just saying
Sure.
I'm just saying what I saw myself in LinkedIn a few weeks back.
Do you find that there's perhaps more of a preference for full stack developers instead of just strictly front end, or do you still think that there's still some room for front end, like just as things are now with so much consolidation of skills?
Well, personally, I don't really believe in full stack developer is basically an expert on front end or back end, and he also has some skills in the other technology. I mean, yeah, of course, job hunters would really prefer to have a one-man army, but I just don't believe that they would be an expert in like all of these topics. Well, yeah, sure. If he has 20 years experience, then yeah, go ahead. I think that he will be an expert in many languages, but for people starting out, I really don't believe in a thing such as full stack. But that's, again, that's just my opinion.
Gotcha. The very last question I have, thanks so much, is in terms of the tasks that we complete each week, where do we find those tasks and how do we submit, I guess, the completed tasks? Is that through Discord or is there another portal we have to log into, for example?
Oh yeah, I will get to that later regarding the tasks. We have a whole
Okay,
application for that. So yeah.
great.
Oh,
Thanks.
I see in the comments that there was some lag, right? Did you guys get everything, or? Because
Yeah,
I
it's
do have
just
some internet issues, but I thought it was going to go right.
a few moments for me. I'm not sure about the rest of the group, but where it lagged and then it kind of sounded like you were speeding up, like
Oh, all right.
one of
That
those old
sucks.
mixtapes.
That sucks. Well, hopefully you guys got like the main information. So yeah. Wait, there's one more hand. Wait, let me see. Gauter.
Yes, hello to everyone. I have got only one question. I wonder if we can choose React as a library during our courses.
Sorry, was the question when you can choose?
Can I choose? You told us that we can choose any library we want, Angular or React. Can we use React after our courses, during our courses?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can choose either Angular or React. Most of the course, like the stage 1 and stage 2, will be only focused on pure JavaScript, so no frameworks. But stage 3, yeah, you need to choose a framework, and you will receive a task specifically designed to be done by a framework. So yeah, basically, first 4 months vanilla JavaScript, and after that, you get a framework. So yeah, if you choose React, it's going to be React.
Okay, and what is more useful right now, React or Angular?
Well, that's a question for fortune tellers. I mean, React is more popular, but I guess the competition is a lot bigger automatically. Angular is less popular, but we have less developers for Angular. So yeah, it just really depends on luck. I prefer Angular, but that doesn't mean that it's better than React. I just prefer it.
Okay, understood you. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Anyone else? Magnus.
Yeah. I have a question. Can you tell us more about these stages? How many stages we'll have and what will be in them?
Yeah, I will in just a moment.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anyone else?
Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, fine. Thanks. I just wanted to have one question regarding the feedback you showed before.
Yeah.
That like statistic. Do you keep or have some sort of statistic on how many students actually got the job offer later on after the course?
Yeah, I
anything
I
of the
would
sort?
be, yeah, I would be able to give you that statistic, but I just don't have it prepared right now. But if
Right.
you want, I can share the statistics after the presentation in the Discord channel.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks.
All right. All right, let's just move on, I guess. If we have more questions, there will be more like times to ask. So one more thing before we move on, I will share the link to this page. I really want you guys to register through here because it's actually necessary. So if you haven't registered through this portal right here, please do. And you also need to pass an English assessment in this very platform. I won't be able to show you because I cannot register as a mentor, but yeah, you will find the English assessment there. I saw that some of you haven't finished it yet, so please do. I have shared the link in the Teams chat. All right. Okay, so next up is the actual scheduler. So this is where all of the questions regarding stages and topics are going to get answered. Oh yeah, also I will share the link in case you don't see this, so you can access it yourselves. Oh, actually, no, that's not going to work. Sorry, I'm just going to have to share it. Yeah, so anyone with the link, copy. This is the link. All right, yeah, I see people joining. Good, so how does this work? This is gonna be basically your single source of truth for all of the deadlines, all of the dates, all of the topics, lectures, and so on. If you ever see contradictions with dates, this is always the correct place and the updated place to find the answers. I mean, like we have one date here, and for example, if there's another date somewhere else, this is always the correct version because this is always updated. So let me explain how this works. So basically you have the dates column here, you have the topics column here, you have additional URLs here, which I will explain like one by one right now. So the left column is the deadline. This is basically a recommended date to finish the task that is right next to it. For example, we have today, like September 12th. The topic is welcome meeting, which we are currently doing, introduction to the course, which we are also currently doing, and Git. So Git is the only thing that you're going to have to do yourself. And for example, lecture URL. So this right here is the lecture of Git. So I'm telling this right now, you will have to watch this video and just, yeah, that's all you have to do for this item. Then the second item, which has a deadline of September 16, is basically the same link you saw in the PowerPoint presentation. You basically don't need to do anything here. You just need to review some things, and perhaps like if you feel like you want to learn more about a certain topic, you can just click on links. This is just a way to check your knowledge if you're like ready for it or not. You don't need to know everything that's here because we will learn JavaScript. We don't really care about computer hardware. It's just for like your own, just self-education basically. It's not that important. So don't spend too much time here. And okay, so now we have come to a yellow item. A yellow item is basically a real deadline item. And let me explain what that means. If an item is yellow, that means that you must complete this item until this date, and this date and 11:59. So basically 1 minute until the next day. I hope that's clear. So yeah, that means that you have to complete this task, which also has a link. You can click on the link. See this link right here. It opens a link to the task. It has all the instructions here. I'm pretty sure you'll handle it. It's not that hard. So yeah, all of the tasks have links like this one, and this task needs to be completed until September 16th, 11:59. Well, not 11, 23:59. And I will show you how to complete the tasks a bit later, but yeah, I'm just explaining the actual schedule, how to read it, how to use it. Next up is the test, because we have task and test, and both of them are yellow. That means that they both need to be completed until this specific time. And just to repeat myself, the white items are just recommendations. I mean, no one really cares if you watch this. I mean, this is your own choice. If you know Git already, you don't need to watch this video. I mean, there's nothing new there. It's just basics of Git. So this is just a recommendation, the white ones, but the yellow ones are actually deadlines. And if you don't finish the task until this deadline, you will get expelled, basically. That's the only rule. So yeah, more on how to complete these tasks I will show later. And by the way, this meeting is going to be recorded and the link is going to get shared. So if you don't understand something or miss something, you'll be able to rewind this or ask the question to me through Discord as well. All right. So yeah, so basically the pattern just continues. We have lectures, which are white items. We have lecture URLs right here. These lecture URLs might change, by the way, so don't rush too hard. I mean, you should focus on completing these two tasks for the first week, because yeah, it's still the 16th. So this is like in 4 days from now. So it's not that much time. So I recommend you start doing these and ignore the other ones for now, because these might change. Because as I mentioned, the materials are not the best. Not all of them. Some of them lack quality, some of them don't. So I'll just have to review them first. All right. So this is stage 1. All of these items are stage 1, as you can see the green column here, stage 1. And all stages end with an interview, as I mentioned. This is a mock interview that simulates a real-life technical interview. What this means is that this interview, for example, will only be asked from topics that you cover here. We don't gonna go crazy. We don't gonna ask you framework questions or anything. It's not meant to fail you. It's meant to basically check your own knowledge. How well are you prepared? And just a self-evaluation, basically. And it will happen. It will start in November 29, and it will end. The last interviews should be done by December 16. And after this interview, stage 2 starts. Stage 2 covers JavaScript advanced topics like async programming, HTTP, inheritance, animation, so on and so on. And then we reach another interview. It's just the same concept. It's just a bit more in depth, because now you have more topics to cover. And then we start stage 3, which is the framework stage. And yeah, this is where you choose React or Angular and you get a single task. That single task is actually pretty big. Yeah, as you can see, you will have like a month and a half to complete it, so it's pretty big. Yeah. All right, so I think I've covered everything. And now regarding the schedule, does anyone have any questions that I forgot to cover?
Yeah, I do have a question. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so I guess I wanted to ask if we will go through any jQuery at some point.
No.
Because it's not used anymore, right?
Well, it is used, but it's a pretty old technology, and it's mostly used in legacy projects. And we just don't really see any point in learning it. I mean, it's just a library. You can learn it in like 2 days.
I understand. And what about the Code Wars tasks? Is it something like, you know, the FizzBuzz challenge or something like that? Or is it something related to what we have done before, like in the course?
Code Wars is basically just, it's more of a website where you get like some algorithmic problems to solve. It's not a competitive programming. If you're asking that, it's not multiplayer. You do it on your own. Like for example, you go to Code Wars, just an example task. Complete the solution so that it reverses the string past it. So basically, yeah, you get a string, you reverse it. That's the task. That's it. Yeah, so we have multiple tasks like this, and you just solve them all and you complete the task.
And I see there's RESTful API mentioned at some point. So my question is, will we learn to build the RESTful API at some point?
No, we won't. This is strictly front-end related. We do have a few videos on Node.js, so if anyone would like to watch them, I can like give you the links to it, but this is not covered in this course.
I understand. And further down, there's patterns. Does this mean like design patterns or something?
Yeah, it's design patterns.
Will we go through all of them, or just like an introduction?
Just a few popular ones, and in general, what patterns are and what they're used for, and yeah.
And when it says basic security down, does it mean like server-side security or like security of the code? Or I don't know,
it's basically client-side application security, top OWASP, top 10 like vulnerabilities most of the time. Basic things like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, all the things you can avoid, you must avoid when developing for the front end, basically.
I understand. And we won't go through any database concept, right?
No.
Okay. Because that's like server stuff, like server-side stuff, backend stuff.
That's true.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right, any other questions? If not, then, oh, I see in the chat, what if the yellow task is not complete until deadline? Well, you get expelled for this course. You can join the next one, but you will get expelled from the current course. Margarita says that there's another schedule in RSS. Yeah, I know, because it was not yet fixed there. That's why I'm saying that this file here is the only source of truth. If there's any contradiction, this is the correct one. I will change it in the app, but I probably not today. When will the lesson start? Well, it's actually starting. This is the lesson. And yeah, your first task after this presentation is done is to go watch this Git introduction right here, because as you can see, it's right here, and you will have a test from Git as well. So yeah, and a task. What happens if stage 1 is finished earlier than required? Then you just basically wait, because you will need to wait until everyone else finishes. Can you please share the link to Google Sheets again? Sure. Yeah, how are we going to communicate? Yeah, I will explain that a bit later, how to submit tasks, because most of these tasks are checked automatically. There's no human interaction there, except for a few. There's going to be tasks like cross-check, but I will explain them during the run. You don't need to rush that fast. All you need to care about is these 4 items right now. Don't go ahead, because you're going to get overwhelmed. Trust me. All right, let's just move on for now. And the first thing you guys will need is a GitHub account. So yeah, all you need to do is go to github.com. I will paste the link. If you don't have it already, click sign up and just create an account here. It's a pretty simple process. Yeah, so enter your email, so on. So I'm pretty sure you'll handle it. So I will just sign in for now. my demo account. So this is the screen you'll be seeing after you create an account. And you will need a GitHub account for actually a lot of reasons, because we will be working with GitHub most of the time. And yeah, one more link is the actual invite link for the application. So everyone that's in this call should probably click on this link and register. You will see this screen right here. I will register to just show you how it's done. Make sure the course is RSLT Fall 2022. You fill in your first name, last name, city, and email. Click submit. Yeah, so this is nothing. Okay, go to home. And there we go. This is the actual application. Another link. I will share all of these links in Discord after the presentation, so you don't get lost. So this is the actual application we'll be using. This is like the RS School app, as you can see from the like title. And I will just briefly explain all the functions it does. You will probably see a different view than I do, because like I have admin rights, but you will still see the main things like the dashboard. So this is actually important, so check it out. So you'll open your dashboard. You will see a message, your repository hasn't been created yet. So you need to click create repository. An expected error. Oh, because I think I already have a repository, but whatever. Yeah, so your repository is going to get created. You will see a link right here. You just click on it and that's it. You will have your repository. So I'm sorry, I cannot show you, but yeah, for some reason it's just not working now because I already have a repository, I think, and it just doesn't see it, but whatever. It probably will work for you. One more thing is you go to my profile, you go to view, and there's going to be a tab, Discord integration, right here on the left. I would really appreciate if you guys authorize yourself through Discord, because it makes it easier for me to find you and for mentors to find you if they have any questions. So yeah, just authorize yourself and you should see something like I do here. I cannot really show you because I'm already authorized as well. All right, cool. And now the score tab. This is basically all of the students from this course and all of the tasks. So on the left, yeah, you see the students, their GitHub names. You should see yourself here as well after you finish registering. What's important here? So on the top here, you can see the tasks as we saw in the schedule. Like for example, test Git, and we can see it's right here, Git test. The order of these tasks is currently incorrect because I still haven't done changing the dates for them, but I will fix them today or tomorrow. But that doesn't matter now. So what you can do here is click on this like question mark, and it says the deadline. It says the max score you can get for this task and the coefficient. The coefficient is basically, for example, you get the max score of 100, but the coefficient is 0.3. So that means that your final score is 30. The final score goes into the total column. Everyone has a 0 now, which is like normal because the course has just started. And yeah, the total score updates every day at 4 in the morning, GMT +6. That's one thing. So if you complete some sort of task and your total is 0, don't worry, it's gonna get refreshed the next morning. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, so you can click on the question marks to check the deadlines, the max score and the coefficient, and you can also click on the task itself and it will lead you to the actual task. Yeah, this one's not right. I will have to change it as well. Oh no, it's actually the test, so it doesn't have a link. But for example, this markdown and Git task that you will need to do this week, it's right here, markdown and Git. So I click on it, and it leads me to the actual instructions I need to do for this task. So you have two ways to access tasks, either through the schedule right here, because it's a link as well, or through the application by clicking on it right here. And that's it. So that's pretty much it regarding the scores. I will now show you how to actually complete the tasks. So you need to go to auto test right here. You click on it. You need to select the task. Currently, we have a lot of tasks available, but I will change that just so people don't go too far ahead. For example, we want to complete the Markdown and Git task. All we need to do is select it and click submit, and it will check it automatically. The task has been submitted for verification. It will be checked soon. I'm gonna try refreshing this. Yeah, as you can see, verification results, the date it's completed, the task name, score 0 because failed task requirements, no CV at gPookies, GitHub IO. Yeah, so basically my repository, 404. This will make sense once you start working on the task because yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't really understand what this means, but once you do the task as it says in the instructions and you click submit, this should be 100 points automatically. So this is how you do the first task. And regarding the tests, they all behave the same way. The test, for example, test Git, test HTML, test semantic, they're all tests. We can just choose them from the auto test here. For example, the Git test, and an actual quiz is going to appear here. As you can see, you have 5 attempts for this, and you must score at least 75% to pass. And if you fail, like to get 75 points after 5 attempts, each other attempt will get halved. So for example, if you get every single item right, which would mean like 100 points, but you have spent all your 5 attempts, the final score will be 50 because it'll just gonna get sliced in half. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna handle it. It's a pretty easy test. So yeah, you just click on the test, you choose all the answers like boom, boom, and you click submit, and the score is gonna be appearing on the right side here. Like, let's try it, actually, submit. Oh, okay, I need to click them all. Okay, so I'll do that. Okay, so boom. Okay, select it all, submit, and yeah, I see I got actually 25 and I got 0 points because I didn't meet the threshold of 75. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, the minimum accuracy for obtaining a score is 75. And yeah, that is actually it. That's all I had to say for the application. So now, if you still have any questions, feel free to ask because yeah, we are actually ending the presentation here. So go ahead. I will read the chat as well. What if we do the task non-standard way? Will it be considered by the machine as right and we can ask a person to check it if we are not enjoying the machine's results? Well, there's not really like for these first tasks, there is no non-standard way. You either do it correctly or not. If there's any issues, you can contact me and I will check it myself. On which CSS preprocessor are we going to focus? We are not really focusing on any of these. We just present the actual tool of preprocessor, and it's, I guess, your freedom of choice to choose which one you like. But if I remember correctly, the lecture itself is on SAS. Yeah, because I think it's the most popular. Oh, okay, so I see people have the same error for the repository, which is not a good sign. Let me try that again. Oh, wait, it's not here. Dashboard. It shouldn't take that long. Yeah, so I guess there's just a lot of traffic now. Probably be the case. So don't worry. It's gonna settle eventually, I think. Okay, let me. Oh, okay, you actually got it. So this is the result you should be seeing. So you just click on it and you can see it's your. Oh yeah, I'm not logged in. Oh, it's not my account. Well, whatever. You're gonna see your repository here. Don't worry. If it fails at first, it's gonna be okay. Can you elaborate on the English language assessment you mentioned before? You should find it in the training here. You should sign in, click register, and it's gonna It's gonna appear somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly, but if you have troubles finding it, contact me after the presentation. I will try to figure it out. I missed some information how to verify yourself in AppRS School. What do you mean verify? Will all the needed links, meeting recording be available anywhere? Yeah, well, here in the lecture URL, we have all these lectures. I will add this one as well to this tab after we're done. After accepting invitation, everything works. I'm from Azerbaijan. Is it possible for me to work as a mentor after finishing the course? I have no previous experience. Fortunately, Aidan, you need to join the global one because this is only for Lithuanian and Latvian residents. Apart from any opportunities with EPAM, will there be any help in seeking a job after CV writing, interview help? Not really, but we do have a community at Discord. Let me open up Discord. If you go to announcements, there's this link I shared, which is FrontSpot Baltic. It's actually, I'm not even sure if, yeah, it is related to EPAM. It's just a community of front-end developers, so feel free to join. It does have some interesting topics, as you mentioned. Interview questions, resumes, career growth. So yeah, basically this is another community we have. It's not related to Rolling Scopes, but I think it would be interesting for you. So you can find it in the announcements channel right here. It's a bit up. Yeah, it's like up from Teams notification. FrontSpot Baltic. How can I join Global One? Yeah, you just go to the rs.schools and you will okay, let me just show you. RS School. Yeah, RS School, upcoming courses. Where is it? There it is, JS Frontend English. This is our JS Frontend because online Lithuania and Latvia, and this is JS Frontend Global because it doesn't have anything. You just click on more details and read through it. They have their own Discord, so yeah, you just read through this one. We should use JS Code in the yellow task or only HTML, CSS? Well, you will see in the instructions. All of them are different, so yeah. I'm from Uzbekistan, but now studying in Latvia, so won't there be any problem? I'm not sure. If you have like a residence permit or a visa or something like that, or you are planning to stay there, then it's no problem. Well, we can discuss this privately. I mean, it's a difficult question. Is the link active in the document? No, it's not, because tests are found through the app itself. You click on auto test, you select the test, like the Git test in this case, and that's it. You just do it right here, as I showed you. Are there any programs for Ukrainians? Well, yeah, the global run. Everyone else goes to the global run, basically, this one. I can just share it here, I guess. About when stage 2 starts. All right. Are there any more questions?
We will not learn live. We will learn from YouTube.
Yeah, it's pretty much, you learn on your own pace. You learn whenever you want. You read the lectures whenever you want and do the tasks whenever you want. The only important thing is that you finish them on time, and that's it.
Okay, and one more question. How I understood, no one from last school session didn't get a job offer from EPAM?
Oh no, they did. Actually, we hired 4 people. Currently, we're still hiring, but yeah, there's a shortage of vacancies. So yeah, no, not of people, of vacancies. That's the problem.
Sad.
Yep. Igor, you can complete all tasks in 1 week, but I don't recommend doing that. Gonna hurt. Oh yeah, I guess I can also mention the cross-check tasks, because let's just review. This is an auto task, as we saw already in Markdown and Git. The tests are always automatic, but we have a few tasks like this web dev and the yellow task, and I think that's, oh, the yellow and the calculator. These three tasks are what we call cross-check tasks. And what that means is that you basically finish the task, then you, wait, let's see. Then the deadline comes, like, yeah, for example, the yellow deadline is October 18th. So the deadline comes and I click distribute cross-check pairs. And what that means is that your work gets assigned to another student and 3 other students' work are assigned to you to rate. So basically you rate 3 students' work and some other student at the same time rates your work. And yeah, 3 students rate your work, 3 different students, and you rate 3 other students' work. So then everyone just completes their ratings and you get a final score. So these cross-check tasks are the only ones that are not automatic, which require other students' input as well. But cross-check is great because you basically have the opportunity to check other people's work and see how they did it, what's different about their solution, and so on and so on. And it also helps you with like code review skills, which is also helpful. So yeah, I will explain it after a while when the time comes, because again, not to overwhelm you, you need to focus on the first tasks here, and only later we will talk about the cross-check. It's not that complicated. It's just pretty hard to explain. Yeah, so you told we can discuss privately. How can I find you? Yeah, so I'm available on Discord. My name is Gerimantas Pukis. My Discord username, I think, is, yeah, it's just Gerimantas P. Gerimantas P. So you can find me easily, I think. I mean, I'm everywhere, basically. Just click on announcements, click on my avatar, and just send the message. It's that simple. Which test results will be accepted? The highest result or last attempt? Last attempt, yeah. For cross-check task is the deadline for both sending your task and checking other tasks. Now, the deadline is only for distribution. That means that you need to have been completed the task until this date. After it's distributed, you will have 1 week to finish checking. So we can find only the links in Discord channel. Yes, I will post them. Are we going to have any other online meetings? If so, when, how often? Currently, I don't think we will, because we tried online meetings and it didn't really work out because not a lot of people showed up and it was basically a waste of time. But we will see if there's a need for it. We are pretty flexible. We can try stuff. How often there will be MS Teams meetings? Well, yeah, same answer. Probably there won't be any, but it's a matter of agreement. If there will be a lot of need for it, we can do it. Ekrios has his hand up. So go ahead.
Message online, I mean, just in the chat. Is that all right if I had signed up for this course, but I actually had to go for the global one instead?
Yeah, you can register. You can register for the global one. It's no problem. You can register
as cheating or anything. It's just for the matter of practice.
No, it's not. It's not cheating, but I would recommend you do leave this course. I think there's a button for that.
Okay.
Or you can write to me. I can just expel you if you want. But it's actually no problem. I mean, the tasks are pretty much the same there.
Okay, thank you. So it might be delayed. Okay.
What do you mean delayed?
I mean, well, this procedure was expelling and all this stuff, so I will just leave and then register for the global one.
Oh yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. All right, I will wait for a few moments. If there are no hands, I will probably wrap this up. 3, 2, 1. All right. So no more questions. And if there are any questions, just feel free to contact me on Discord. And yeah, congratulations again. I wish you good luck, lots of patience, lots of energy, And just a reminder, your next step is to register for this training portal. Make sure you're connected to Discord. I will share an invite to the chat and start doing the Git task. Basically, yeah, the lecture is right here. And yeah, you can start doing the test and the task. Please don't be late. And yeah, thank you all guys for coming and see you.